Welcome to K.Shay. I am so excited for this week. This is not the video I had planned on working on or making this week, but when, inspiration hits you, you gotta just go with it sometimes. I was doing some after Halloween shopping at Michael's, and I found these. They are fake plastic Venus flytraps, and I lost my mind. Like, I had never seen any carnivorous plants in a fake form. It's something I've kind of been on and off looking for a long time, and suddenly I just randomly found them and they were 50% off. Anyway, so once I saw these, I had a different project in mind for them. But then as I was working on that project, another thought hit me, and it was such an intense thought I knew I had to make it. So this week we're going to make a carnivorous plant snow globe, but instead of snow, it's going to be insects. Why? I don't know. But when I thought that thought, I knew I absolutely needed that object in my life. Well, why carnivorous plants? Well, I love carnivorous plants. I love learning about them. I love taking care of them. I have actually quite a few varieties at this point. And I think having more carnivorous plant decor items in my life would be great, especially with the post-Halloween blues. If you are interested in maybe learning more about carnivorous plants yourself, this is the book for you. It's a Savage Garden. It's amazing. It's got scientific drawings. It's got explanations about dormancy and outdoor and bog gardens and windowsills, and it's the best. I actually got mine used for under $10, but you can also get it on Amazon. But this is definitely the go-to source if you need information about carnivorous plants, because the internet is kind of a hot mess. So yeah, with that in mind, let's get started. Okay, for this project, we're going to need a couple of things. Number one, need our carnivorous plants. We have a couple different varieties here, just for some interest inside. We also have this moss stuff we're going to be using on the exterior, and a couple of little sundews. We have these green gems that are going to be used for the base. Everything is going to be held together with E6000. It's a waterproof glue. For the glitter, we have spiders, bees, and crystals, and a little tiny packet of Halloween brand that was thrown in, which is super cool. We're going to do it inside this container, and we're going to use glycerin. So to start, we're going to cut our carnivorous plants down to size. I'm going to test the size by rolling a piece of tape, sticking it on there, and putting the cover up and see how tall it is. And that should be good. So that nothing should be taller than this one. And I now have my baseline. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut the rest of my carnivorous plants to either the same height or shorter. And I've decided that the core is going to be these little pitcher plants, but the Venus flytraps will go around it. So to stand them up, I'm going to tape them all together because they're not sticking in the glue individually very well. So I'm going to tape them together to make one kind of unit of centerpiece. And then I'm going to reinforce them with some of the gems. Now I'm going to add my Venus flytraps. I'm going to kind of have them go in a couple of different directions just for some variety, some visual interest. I'm going to be taping them to the core to keep them stable. And then I'm going to add more gems around the base to help hide the cap, and also to make it more stable. And then I'm going to tape everything together to have it hold overnight so it can dry straight. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to work on the base. That also has to dry overnight. So I got these little dowel caps at Hobby Lobby. They're flat on the bottom, so I think they'll make good feet. I got this little slice of a tree. It's very pretty. It's still got its like bark, and there's some like nice little like naturey details on the outside. I think it's gonna look really pretty all together. So I'm gonna put this together using E6000. Just gonna go ahead and put a liberal amount on one edge and put the foot there, and then it's just rinse and repeat. And everything looks like it's gonna fit nicely. So now, to let it dry overnight, I'm gonna put something heavy on top to make sure there's enough contact. Now comes for the absolute worst part, waiting. Right, now that it's dry, and the next day we're going to try to put it together and see how it looks. I think it looks great. I think it's going to look really good with insects and water in it. All right, so next up we're going to add our glitter to our base. We're going to put our base upside down on a roll of packing tape so it can hold it there. Just going to add all of our glitter. All right, and you can find the link to the Etsy store in the description. It looks pretty awesome. So now we're going to add our distilled water. And lastly, we add glycerin. Didn't find a good answer online to the amount of glycerin to add, so I just guessed. Now we're going to stir really good, make sure everything's coated. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to put it in a bowl to catch any overspill, and we're going to assemble it. Right, put the cap on nice and tight. We don't want to shake it too much because it's only been 24 hours, so we're going to work on the base. So we're going to draw exactly where the base should sit. Going to coat that circle with a bunch of E6000. And then we're going to sand the exposed cap of the snow globe. Right, and we're going to do a couple of rings of these green gems on the outside to hide the white cap. And then we're going to add some of these viney things on top to give it a more naturey vibe and less like a green rock candy vibe. And we're going to just do that with more E6000. And now that it's all taped, we just wait some more. It is done. It has been 72 hours since I've touched it, so let's go ahead and give it a shake, shall we? It's a bug tornado! All right, sorry. Okay, so I am super, super happy with the way this turned out. I cannot tell you how much I have been just playing with this and enjoying it. Honestly, there's not really very much I would have done differently if I could do it over. There's a part of me that thinks I may have added too many insects, and when I shake it real good, it looks like the apocalypse is happening. Whatever, I think it's fine. It just means that all my little bubbies are getting really well fed. Yeah, it actually took me quite a while to make it. I am not someone who enjoys patience, doing things that require a lot of patience. So starting and stopping and starting and stopping was kind of painful for me, especially when every fiber of my being just wanted to shake it. But I really love the way it looks. I love the insects getting caught in the little mouths just the way I wanted them. I love the little combination of the insects in it. When I first made it, all of the glitter was sitting up top, and I don't know why, but that was 5-ish days ago, and now only like a couple of teeny butterflies sit on the top. So I'm not sure if time fixed it or if the temperature fixed it. I don't know. I love the little knobs. I love this little piece of bark. I love the little jewels with the little roots and moss or whatever it's supposed to be on it. Like, I am so stinking happy with this. I think it's probably one of the cooler things I've made just for myself. Usually I don't actually enjoy making things for myself because when I look at them, all I see is the mistakes. I am so excited just to sort of have this and just have it on my desk and just play with it as I'm thinking or working or whatever, or just coming over to shake it because it's sparkly. I love this thing so much, but I can't I'm just so happy. This is exactly the way I pictured it in my mind. Anyway, if you want to try this for yourself, I've put a link to a YouTube video down in the description. I've also put the Etsy store where I got my insect glitter from down in the description as well. It's a great shop. That's that. I am super excited to own this now, and I'm going to be playing with it probably until it wears out or something comes loose. We'll see. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you felt inspired and would like to see more, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you around.